Chat, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Brock, aka Simbird. We're rocking Arena Breakout. I gotta make sure all my alarms are silenced. It's usually one of my biggest issues. Now, I am so pumped. I am so pumped to be back online in a morning stream. I think I'm just gonna start the day, honestly, with a little bit of scav run and see where we get us. Collect 2 food items from farm and then fully investigate the grain trade center and farm. Quick scav run is easy to start the day. Easy to start the day. Oh. All right. Well, this has been somewhat looted. Do I have a backpack? No, but this guy does. Let's do this. There we go. Oh my gosh, this game looks so good. I put in my new 5080 last night. This game looks incredible. Where am I?
You got anything good? Give me a share.
I think I should go up here. Sometimes when I play scav, I like to just walk like a bot. Yo, Snow, what's up, baby? Good morning. Good morning. First live stream with our new 5080 in the gaming PC. 5080, we're rocking. Woo. This game is maxed out. This game is maxed out right now. Let's see. No. When I play scav, looks buttery smooth. That's right. When I play scav, I just like to walk like an absolute bot. Like an absolute bot. Like I don't like to sprint around the map or do anything. I just like to walk like an absolute goofball. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. The detail in the hand. Look at the hand. That's crazy. Yeah, I did like a small scav run yesterday with this new card, and I turned everything to max settings, and it's incredible. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna act like we're a scav. What you do is you run into things too. Hold on 1 second. Nothing. How much did the card set me back, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind you asking. It was $1,058 and like 19 cents or something like that. That was the total damage. Oh, that's scav. That's scav work. We just keep roaming. Oh. Walk right over to Villa. Right over to Villa. I swear, the slower you move as a scav, the better it goes. So I've got a 5080 in my gaming PC, and then I've got a 4060 Ti in my streaming PC. And what I did was I took my 3080 out of my gaming PC, and I'm gonna display it on my shelf behind like artwork. All right, here we go. Here we go. You ready?
On! Someone's here!
Move up. Act like you're a bot. Oh, this has been looted. This has been looted. Maybe they forgot the coat. Oh. Shit. Alright, we keep grinding. Where do we gotta go to get out? Let's see if we go down here. Walk past motel. We have nothing right now. $38,000 in loot. We have nothing. We just act like a bot. Here we go. I'm curious to see. My fan's off. I'm curious to see what the temperatures change to in my office.
You best leave here! Leave!
I'm curious to see what they change to, if they get higher or if they actually get lower because the graphics card is more fuel efficient. Look at it, that's a guy. Oh, my gun was so trash. What the hell? That should have been a kill. Damn it. Is that you? Who's Balloonacron? I don't know who that is. I don't know who Balloonacron is. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Hold on. Hold on. I want to see something quick. Hardware monitor. Yes. Where's it at? Temperatures, 46 degrees. GPU usage, 23%. Let's see what that gets to. All right. All right. We got to do an actual run now. Now I want to do an well, let's do an SMG. Honestly, we have quick kits, don't we? Let's use a quick kit. Let's go quick kit. Quick kit SMG. Lockdown. TV. Bang. Bang. No helmet, we're cooked. Honestly. No helmet, we're cooked. All right. I know. It's kind of crazy. We're on a morning stream. Probably got an hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours. And that's probably how I can do today. I was gonna do an evening stream tonight, but I've got to help some family move. Oh. I do have to say, I know viewership on my live stream has been down since playing this. But also my enjoyment has been up. And I've been posting some long form videos on YouTube, and those have been doing well per a small channel standards, I think. At least I think personally. Fan could go up one. A fan could go up one. All right, here we go. Exception. Oh. Oh. 90 kW. First thing we loot. Amazing.
Keep on, boys. Your boy said.
Give me something good. Oh, this is white ammo? Guys, I'm cooked. Me and GPU. Come on. Ah. Ah. Hey, we're already out 90K on a quick kit. You guys know how I feel about them registration cards. We're cooked if someone comes across this with any type of ammo. We have no helmet. We have no helmet. Okay, wait, hold on. We're moving. I think I know where we're going here. Isn't this? That's expensive. These are 25K. This is a good little room to be in. Can't remember if this requires a lock. Post-production room. Okay. Well, we got 90K out. Damn it. He's gonna get all or nothing off of our body. That's what happens when you do a quick kit TV. There's not enough room. Look at that. All at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. If he would have hit just one shot to the face, we would have been done. Hey, we got out with 90K. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's sell this. Oh, hello. There we go. Let's sell this, and then let's get a. I'm thinking about doing an M4 build because I have never done. Ooh, what is this? H4? What is the H4? What is the H4 versus the M4? Horizontal recoil is better on the M4. Weapon stability is better here. Accuracy is better here. Effective range is better here by a lot. Well, let's try this. This thing looks sick. How much is this to build? Streamer Arvin's build. $600,000. Yeah, right, dude. Get me out of that. No. Let's build our own. Let's build our own for cheap. We need a front grip. This is probably better. So I like to do, hold on, let's take this off and let's add, where's it at? I like to do this compact sight, and then off the compact sight, I like to do a compact reflex so I can see more of the screen. What is any other stocks that are better? Okay, this dropped me 2 on the recoil, but it cost me money. Well, it's cheaper to build overall though. But it ups weapon stability. How much? I mean, what's the difference? $3 grand? $3 grand and you get better hip fire, better ergonomics. Let's just do it. Let's just keep it where it's at. And then let's see here. We need a suppressor on the front. 30K. That's crazy. Tapered flash suppressor. Is there another sometimes I feel like, oh, this threaded attachment. Oh, that's 25K for that suppressor. 46 multi-caliber suppressor. Oh man, this gun's already at 300,000. This gun's already at 300,000. That's insane. I don't really know if I want to add a tactical accessory. 365,000 for this. Front sight tac accessory. Oh, a symbol weapon. 400,000? Dude, that's expensive. That's expensive right there. Let's just do our basic equipment. If we do T3, we should get in a lobby with threes, right? Because F70, you can put on this mask, body armor, you go 3. 5 more for 9,000. You go level 3. And then that's not a bad deal right there. And then what do we got for ammo? How much is this? 82,000 for a 62 rounder or 60 rounder. Ooh. Oh, this is 3 tall? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Hold on just 1 second. Unload magazine. What's in this magazine? What's in this magazine? And what's in this magazine? Where did all my... Didn't I just buy a bunch of gold ammo? Hello? Do you think you win more fights in this game by holding angles or pushing? I had to step away and I just got back. I think you win more fights through strategic angles than you do pushing. That's my take. I think that's probably true. And how much is that a round? 1,000 a round, 60K, 100K in ammo. That's not really that bad, to be honest. That's my 2 cents. Is I think you probably win more fights. Let's remove this. Oh, this is good. I think you probably win more fights holding strategic angles than you do anything else. Okay. I think especially because everyone's game what's the word I'm looking for? Everyone's game style is different. So if you're not like a guy or girl that wants to push real hard, whoops, and you think, okay, I don't push often. I know my strategy. Like I know my strong suit is holding angles and kicking ass holding angles. And I know that there's going to be a guy that's going to push me, but if I can get the drop on him, I'm good. Then I think that's what you do. Now, I also think it's situation dependent, because I think that if you are someone that's holding an angle, but if I think I can get if I think I'm stronger than you and I have a tactical equipment where I can round the corner and you're holding an angle, but I round the corner and I hit you in the face with a flashlight, oftentimes when you're wearing a oftentimes when I have a flashlight and I hit you in the face with that flashlight, for about half a second you pause. Your brain goes, and then you're dead by that time. You may even shoot, but your brain, like, you don't, it's like something happens. And so that's why I like running the flashlight, even though it's expensive, because when I turn a corner, I'll click it on to hit, like, be able to hit someone in the face with it, and I'll click it off. So that way people can hear the clicks, but I don't run with the flashlight on all the time. And I use it as like oh, I'm rounding, I hit you in the face with it, and then I kill you, because otherwise you're holding an angle and, you've already got the drop on me. I agree on situation dependent. I feel like since I don't know the maps very well, yeah, it's better sometimes to rush in so you don't lose a fight to a more experienced player who has angle map knowledge. I think that's true. I think quick kits, as you start to play this game and learn it more, setting up using the quick kits over and over is really beneficial, because you can go in, learn a map, run around, figure out where it's at, and you lose nothing. You lose nothing, and you get them every Monday. You get 5 new every Monday. So I think that's a really beneficial way to start learning this game. Quick kit up, enter into a map, run around, figure out where it's all at, what's going on, and extract or die, and you lose nothing, by the way. All right, there's red on my screen. I have to collect it. Now, I want to wait, but there's these pumpkins that I was being told that these pumpkins here, if you take them into raid with you, and you extract with them, they go up a tier. And then you take them into raid with you again and you extract, they go up a tier. So they go from blue to purple to yellow to red, and they get worth more and more money. I did not know that. All right. I think they cap out at 250K. I don't know, to be honest. Let's see what solo ops is. Northridge and TV. Why is TV locked? I don't really want to run solo ops on Northridge. Let's do lockdown. Let's do, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling a farm run. Let's do farm. Hey, got a blast. What's up, baby? Oh, got a blast. Thanks for the Twitch Prime, baby. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Doing a little farm run with a $400,000 gun because we're dumb. Oh. Morning stream hits different. Oh. What up, Diver? Random Q. He's got a sick little kit. Gotta Blast knows that the 5080 is running smooth as butter. And I got her positioned up on the vertical mount. It looks so good. It's so beefy. Oh my gosh. I should take a picture and show you guys. Come on now. All right, here we go. Let's get one last coffee drink in. Where we going, Diver? Oh, this guy plays this game. Look at him. Look at him. He's got a Mosin and he's got an SMG Vector. gonna try and play off of him. Maybe not. Is the reticle meta due to how do I ADS? I don't know if it's meta, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's meta. I like this reticle because footsteps near me. I like this reticle because I can see everything around it. This instant. Okay, that gun smacks. Hello? Might be more. Loot it. Hello? Turn your ass around. Hello? There we go. Yeah, I'll put a scar in. Oh, he's got a nice backpack. We drop ours. We snag his. We also take this. We take this. We take this. We grab this. We're gonna need this ammo. This purple. We'll grab his dog tag because get wrecked. Let's go, Villa. I got key. I swapped for gold ammo. Gold ammo. See, like, so if you were holding this angle, I'd be like, and you would just pause, you would just freeze. It's more than likely what would happen. I hold that angle, you get hit in the face, and you don't even, just for a second, you don't even know what's going on, and then I just smoke you. $20,000 cartridge doesn't pay for the $400,000 gun. 35k glasses. Yeah. See, like, I don't know about this room, man. Oftentimes feel like you get more golds and reds in the rooms next to the room that has the safe. Maybe not reds, but definitely golds. Maybe not reds. I shouldn't say reds. Found a golden snake last night. You were sweating, dude. That's so sick. Okay. See, this is the thing that I can use this. Okay, what's he got in this mag? Okay, so this was full, and I can use this mag on anything. So let's pop this over. And because this mag can be used on both the M4 and the SCAR, I'll just put that up there. Just put it in the butt. You get a gold snake, you get something big, you put it in the butt. All right, maybe a motel push. Just in case I get shot. swore I heard a footstep. Maybe not though. I should do a sniping run after this, and I'm on my way to you. I should do a sniping run after this. That'd be a fun one. A little bolt action, just slow and slow. See what we see. Got a regen. A lot of action at motel. What do you see? What do you see? I hate when people don't talk in this game. Really wish they would. I push this fence line right here. You can hold the angle and see if they can peek out over me. What? That's such a beautiful grenade. Are you? Up there, up top. I'm annoyed by that. See, this is why I need party. I'm so annoyed by how the hell do I get out of here? Results. I'm so annoyed by that shit. I smoked his buddy too, but I definitely did not get out of there. We're not up on that. One shot to the head. Maybe playing solo is better. Maybe playing solo is better with a sniper. You know? That sucks ass, to be honest. I'm pretty bummed about that. That was a... Let's at least sell this stuff. Let's just equip this backpack, and then we'll just move these things into it. Oh, it's just two things. Just kind of... See, I don't understand why when I do that, I can't sell it sometimes. I can't list it. I don't get that. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh. All right. Well, let's be a little sneaky boy. Let's be a little sneaky boy. Let's go in basic kit. Headset, 30K. Get me I don't really want to spend 100K for a headset. Do an indie tac. We'll do indie tac, this. Sim, I had a horrible run the last few times, like 5+ raids of dying because I was going in with randos and we got killed. I switched it up to going solo. My luck turned around. Hopefully the same happens to you. I hope so too, man. Honestly, it's just tough. It's like, you want someone to talk to, you know? All right, hold on. 55 is good. 55 is good. I just don't get why people play this game and they don't chitty chat. They're just a little scaredy of talking. I don't get that. I've never understood that when you're playing video games. You're literally sitting in your own house. Hold on, I better chill out. Give me my gold ammo. 1,000 around. Here we go. We got 39 of them. Boom. And we'll keep 18 extra. Can I keep? We'll do something like this. Something like this. Then we'll go in. with a painkiller here, juice, can. We don't need any more stuff. I think this is good. 60K. And then we're good. Maybe they can't talk because they're playing at work. Honestly, who isn't nowadays in their cubicle? Who isn't playing video games at work? All right. There's someone that came in the other day and was like, I stream and I play my video games at work. I'm like, how? How do you have a job? What? How does that even work? Literally. All right, let's do a... Okay, investigate camp services at Northridge. Eliminate 5 enemies. Let's do a Northridge. Fully investigate camp services in Northridge. We're just gonna take this kit. We're just gonna take this kit and we'll be Gucci. Dude, when I tell you though, hold on, let's see if I can pull up the... It's not really, this picture doesn't really do it justice. See if I can get a better one. Trying to get a good photo here. It's just too much glare. There's so much glass on my case. There's too much glare. You can't, I want to show you this, but you can't really even see it anyways. Like, you can't really even see it anyways. That's how it looks like inside the PC. Off to my side. You can kind of see it. Maybe the saturation from the camera makes it look a little bit better on your end. Oh, what is this scope? I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Would you like a feature in this game where you could gamble? For example, wager coin that you find a teacup and extract, and then you could double your money. I don't know, man. I've been kind of like anti-gambling lately, if I'm being honest with you. More so just because it's becoming more and more prominent in sports. And like everyone, I think it's going to be an epidemic on people's phones. Like, I open my phone and I'm on Facebook. I don't even know how I do it. Or I'm on TikTok and I'm just there. And I'm like, the purpose of opening my phone was to check my calendar or something. But I'm in that app. I think like having like a gambling thing on your phone, I just would open it and I would be in making a bet and not even realizing I'm doing it. And I think something like that just promotes it in kids over time. So probably not something I would do. I've just been more and more against it lately. Like, the more it comes up, I'm just like, what are we even doing? You know? You 100% agree. Yeah, I just, like, you know, you see these big streamers, and nothing against them. Oh, wait, this is where we hid last time. Nothing against them on them, you know, taking gambling sponsorships. Like, there's big money in gambling and you got to watch out for you. But I'm also kind of like, you're a millionaire, you know? Like, you get to choose your cause. And I don't really want to promote that to kids. I don't know. Right here. Okay, guys, this right here, we smoked a couple homies. Because what they're going to do is in this building right here, we're going to wait a little while. They may not even, this may not even happen. But if we hear some gunshots while we're chatting in this building, they're going to eventually run to the outside here. This is 100 meters. Boom. We're already zeroed in. So we're chilling. Oh. Hit. Dead. We got him! Bang! Just called it. Good night. Let's go! What a spot! The most beautiful spot in this game to snipe. We called it. Oh, what a sequence. Now we just let the bodies come. Trickle in, boys. That was amazing. Okay, one was there. Was amazing. We're up so big. Hold on, is Northridge going to be our main solo map? Us sniping? These guys got rocked. These guys got rocked. That was so big. Now let's just chill. Just put it in reverse. Oh. You don't move. No one will see you. And now, okay, where's our extraction? Okay. Our extraction, active 25 minutes after the raid starts. Right here. So if we can wait, see if any bodies pile up. Right? Oh. Did we just hear a footstep or was that ourselves? Let some bodies pile up. See as they come in. That was so perfect. I mean, you literally called it. Literally just called these guys just walking right up. Bang, dead. How annoyed do you think they are? How annoyed do you think they are right now? I'm not really annoyed. This is what, like a $300,000 kit? Some guy could snipe me. I'd be, oh. No. Okay, we're good. Some guy could snipe me. I'd be like, meh, you know, whatever. Oh. We at least have to sit here for 20 minutes. We at least have to. I swear if I hear footsteps to my right. Hello? Those guys got wrecked. Like right off the start, imagine you load up. You've got like $800,000 kit. You get in for 30 seconds. And Sim's just sitting in the trees in the background waiting for you. And bang! 3 shots. You're dead. Watching the clip back, you knocked that dude out of the air on the first shot. No shot, really? That's crazy, dude. I didn't know that. That's crazy. This is the spot, though. I'm telling you. This is the spot to sit. If you're wanting to snipe, these people will push into this little space right here. Push into sewage plant. They'll go get their encrypted little safe. And then they're going to be like, oh, let me run down the stairs, out the side of the building, This wall's safe because I'm outside of the compound and I can push out of the compound because I got the safe and I'm clear. But little do they know that little old Simbird sitting out here perched up with his M24 and his gold ammo at 1,000 a round, and he's gonna smoke you. Thanks for the loot. Good night. That was so satisfying. I didn't even know he was down, to be honest. I thought I just hit him. From how I read it is I thought I hit him and then he was like crouching and healing. And as he was healing, I just shot him in the face. That's what I thought. Imagine how scared you were as his friend. And then correlate that to real life. You're sitting there and your buddy just gets shot. Your buddy gets shot. He's like, you know, like, and then you're just looking around. Where are they? You know? Oh. Now imagine that being Nam. Oh. That's crazy. It's crazy to even think about. And no, I was not making fun of how people like sound when they get shot or whatever. I was just, you know what I mean? Crazy. Oh, there's some gunfire up in the distance. I really want those bodies to stay there. Because that's his little head right there. And someone's going to come sit right there. They're going to look for him. Oh. There's really no reason to ADS. It's the same thing. Look. Where are those shots? Maybe sawmill? Or access bridge? What do you think? Should we go loot them now? Or should we wait? What do you guys think? What do you think? Part of me's getting the itch to go now. Fuck me. There's people there. There's people there. Okay, so we know that there's people there. We heard them walking. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was scavs. I don't think it was scavs. That's 100 meters, right? Yep. We definitely heard walking on scaffolding. Oh, there it is. That's our confirmation. That's our confirmation. Come on out here, boys. Come on out here. They're gonna come loot our guys. I know it. I feel like I'm playing Big Buck Hunter. I mean, I kind of am if you think about it. Don't think about it too hard, but think about it just enough, and I'm basically playing Big Buck Hunter. Don't want to scare him off. Did you ever watch those sniping documentaries on the History Channel? And there was one I remember watching where this guy got dropped off. I don't know if it was like 8 miles. This sniper, US sniper, got dropped off 8 miles. And I want to say it was like in Vietnam or something like that, away via helicopter. He got dropped off. He moved in and crawled for the last like 2 miles. And he had like enemies walking over him. To one point, he thought he was like gonna die because they were literally standing like one step to the side of him. And he crawled. And then he positioned up. He aimed, he took his shot, eliminated the target, and then he like slow crawled out while everyone was on high alert. And then he got down in a ravine, ran back, and got picked up by a helicopter again. Absolutely insane. Absolutely, that's kind of what I felt like right there. When I ran up, I was like, oh. There's no way these guys don't come out of here and not see our guys in there, right? They've got to. I just want them to... I want to see a little hand that starts looting. And I want him to just walk right up. Bang. He's done. Now, I think that's what's going to happen. But I don't know yet. I don't know for sure. Just play low and slow. This is... Oh. Oh. Sometimes I think that the trees rustling in the wind is footsteps, but it's not. Look up a guy called White Death. He was a Finnish sniper and used iron sights to not give his position away. He took out a ton of Nazis. Hold on. We've got time. You guys pay attention. Tell me if you see him on the screen. I look this guy up. Oh. This guy was 97 years old when he died. Born 17th of December, 1905. Died April 1st, 2002. Homie saw the Bush era. That's crazy. Over 500 confirmed kills during the Winter War. 1939 to 1940. Using his skill in snow-covered terrain to his advantage while evading Soviet forces. Oh!
500 kills in less than 100 days.
What are we even talking about? Hold on, did they loot our guy? We heard him in there. We know one's at this rock. One's right here. That is insane. Considered the deadliest sniper in history. Even putting ice in his mouth to prevent his breath from creating a visible mist. He was also an excellent skier and marksman. He was severely wounded by an explosive bullet to the face, but survived the war and lived to be 96. What? Honestly, like, it's kind of, I'll be completely honest with you, it's kind of terrifying reading this stuff and then like seeing, seeing the face of the individual on a picture. They just look like, I mean, obviously he got shot with an explosive bullet, so his face is all messed up now, but like just a normal dude outside of that. 5 foot tall. Okay, we're gonna have to watch a YouTube video on that or something. Yeah, but Chris Kyle was American, and that's why Chris Kyle is, you know, American. That's insane. And here's what's crazy is Chris Kyle to this Simo. I don't even want to pronounce his last name because I know I'm gonna mess it up. It has umlauts over the both A's. I don't know how that's read. The amount of calculation that they have to be able to make on the fly is crazy. He thought he fought the Germans in World War II, but I guess it was a different war, and he killed both Soviets and Germans. Homie just wanted them all to go home. He just wanted them all to go home. And he used iron sights. Okay, we heard those shots in the distance, huh? All right, listen. Oh, and our ping is high. Our ping is at 104, which means there's got to be some boys in the area. Pretty sure. Wait, where was White Death from? I think Finland. Yeah. Finland. Technically he was 96. He didn't make it to his birthday to make him 97 in 2002. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I'm never going to Finland just in case they have another one of those guys around. That's so true. The Finns know how to fight winter wars. Even to this day, NATO trains with the Finns for winter combat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about that, but I believe you. I don't know anything about that, but I believe you. Oh, we might have to watch a little video on this guy. Let's see if we can complete this raid and put that on. Okay, so how much time do we have left in this? Active 25 minutes after raid starts. I want to say we have another 7 minutes until that's active. In the last 10 minutes, what we need to do is go loot these guys and then meander on over to the bridge and get out skis. I'm really surprised no one's come to these bodies. I heard footsteps on scaffolding. Scaffolding? Scaffolding. There we go. Now, the ideal situation would be we have a guy walk up this wall, park himself right here, then I go bang, and then I've got 2 bodies to loot right there. That's ideal situation. I also think maybe we could go hit this, run up here and get sights on bridge. Sim, what if someone else is watching the bodies waiting for me to go loot? Oh, you're probably right. You know what though? Gotta go big or go home. I mean, what do we got? Like I said, 300k kit, 400k kit. I'm not sweating it. Bridge is activated, baby. Which means I think we wait another 4 minutes. We wait another 4 minutes. Because people will be making their way to bridge from this area. I know, I'm trying to resist the urge of going, because last time I wanted to go, I got all the way down in that little ravine and I heard footsteps. I heard footsteps. I really want to know how to pronounce his name. Simo. I don't know how you pronounce an A with umlauts. Oh. Footsteps. And the ping indicator in the top left really does kind of tell you if there's people. Imagine. He just sees our boy. Sits right here. Done. You know what would be a cool addition to this game? I just thought about it. If you could click a button to have your character aim down sight slow, but it used some of your aiming ability to aim down sight slow, and then aim down sight like un-ADS slow. So then you don't hear it, but it used like a third of your aiming ability. So then that way you couldn't ADS as long, but if you are feeling like there's someone next to you, I could click a button, I could slow zoom, hold, slow unzoom, right? That would be a really cool addition to this game, especially as a sniper. Especially as a sniper. Open doors slowly would be good too. I also think in Tarkov, you can kick a door open. I think it'd be great to be able to kick a door open in this game too. I know you're all impressed by my kick, by the way. I know you are. This was an incredible kick. Uh-oh. We got hunger. God, that's so loud. Okay. Okay, 3 minutes. We're gonna go and we're gonna strike in the last couple of minutes. Watch him have nothing on him. Watch him just have the shittiest gear known to man. It kind of looks like this guy. I can't tell if he has a decent. He definitely has a visor on. It looks like he has a visor on. See right there though. Would have been great to use a third. And then like if you hold it too long, you can't undo it slow. God, guys, this is peak content. Listen, your attention span is not short. This is peak content. 2 kills right off the rip. We're staying low and slow ghillie mode till the last 7 minutes. We have 1:40. No, 2:40, 2:30. And then we're striking for our loot, and then we're getting out. If they have nothing on them, we'll go up in and try to get the safe in there. Two minutes. Well, I gotta go check. My puppy just rang the doorbell to go potty. Hold on. I'm back. My wife's got her. Mrs. Sims got her. Hold on. That's bridge. That's bridge. We strike. That's bridge. We strike now. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Are you shitting me? He's kind of got shit on him, to be honest. Ah. How do I can't, can I collapse this? Yes. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm thinking this through. We're sitting good. Sim eating well right now. I don't even know what the hell's in this thing. I forgot you could take the suppressor off. Well, actually, I don't know if you can. I don't know how you do that. Maybe I'm just dumb. Okay. 5 minutes. Go to bridge. Double click the gun. Okay. Then drag attachments on and off. Okay. Wait, where are we going? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, we called it at the very beginning of the raid. They're going to come up or they're going to come out. They're going to come right to this little spot. 3 shots, dead. That run literally cost us. Let's go calculate how much that run costs here in a second. Combat details, eliminations. Does it say head and head? Good night. Get wrecked. 3 hits, 2 final strikes, 2 operators eliminated. 108,000 in ammo. W. Okay. That run. Let's go look. Cost us $3,000 in ammo, 3 rounds. $3,000 in ammo. This is 14K, 12K. So one of these, what is that? Divided by 3. So $4,000. So $7,000 total because 1 painkiller, right? It costs us a juice, which a juice is, so that's 7,000. A juice is 1,500. So we're at, let's call it 9,000, round it out. And a can. So we're at that run cost us $10,000. $10,000 and some patience. Would you look at that? Now let's take this out and let's look at remove ammo. $30,000 in ammo there. Take that magazine, unload magazine, remove ammo. $30,000 in ammo there. And we got an $85,000 SMG. W. There we go. Okay. This Scar, $500 a round, but we use purple, so I'm not worried about that. And then what's in this magazine? We also use that too. I like a Scar run every once in a while, so I'm good keeping that. Throw that expert. $85,000 helmet we sell. How much is it going to cost us to repair? $62K. Easy. Move a couple surgical packs over. $45,000 in painkillers. Easy. We got a $40K hunter vest. Easy. We unload this magazine, remove ammo. Oh, interesting. Two different types. And I'm not going to use this, so let's sell this gun. Look at that. And we got this backpack, 25K backpack. Guys, that was such a clean run. Are you kidding me? And now we just pull this out. Close that up. Go down here. Get ourselves a little 2K chest rig. We load our heals back up. Dude, this is a sweet little kit right here. That is a sweet little kit. I kind of want to, not a quick kit, I kind of want to save it as a preset. I might get rid of my Scar build. The Scar just chug. I might get rid of this. And I think I'm going to save this as M24 sniping runs. Whoops. There we go. Look at that. Except I don't want this canvas backpack to be what we have in our preset. Hold on. I don't want to pay 25K a backpack when I could pay 2K. Right? So preset build, delete, M24 sniping. And why do I delete versus just save over it? Because sometimes it doesn't save over correctly. That is a cheap kit right there. That is a cheap kit. And so now what? We've got 10K cash or 10 million cash, 16 million value. That's not bad right there. That's not bad. We got red on our screen. Hold on. Where's the red? Oh, activity missions. Okay. And then some unclaimed mail. 70K, 60K. All right. That was a sick little run right there. Bang. Okay. Now here's what I want to do. I want to spend the last little bit on stream. Give me just a minute. I want to spend, oh, by the way, just to show you guys right here so you can see it. GPU utilization went up to 98% and it never got over 65 degrees Celsius. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. On the 5080. Okay, hold on. I know I'm giving you vertigo by moving you back and forth, but 1 second. I want to look up, before we go, I want to look this guy up. I want to watch a video. Okay, 7.7 million views. The Deadliest Sniper Weird History 6 years ago. I think we should watch that. It's 8 minutes long. You posted a link in Discord. Hold on. Hold on. How long is this? 17? 542 kills. Hold on. In 98 days. Okay, this right here. Hold on. That's really loud for me, but it's probably just me. Hello? Okay, I'll show you in just a second. Hold on. Don't get mad at me. Chill. I'm just getting it all set up. Okay, here we go. This is called 542 kills in 98 days. The legend of Simo, and I just don't know how to pronounce that. Hi. I don't know how to pronounce it. Here we go.
In December 1939, on the snow-covered plains of Finland's Karelian Isthmus, troops of the Red Army cautiously advanced on a massively outnumbered foe. Seconds later, in what appeared to be a deserted landscape, a single shot rang out and yet another invader fell dead. They didn't know it, but hidden to their front and stalking their every move was the most successful sniper in the history of warfare. In this video, using modern technology, the latest historical research and rare witness testimony, we'll explore the life and map out the war path of the legendary Simo Häyhä, the White Death. Born on the 17th of December 1905 on a farm near the town of Routjärvi in the Russian Grand Duchy of Finland, Simo was the seventh child in the Häyhä family. Quiet and reserved, he completed 4 years of school and pursued no further education.
No, it's not you. What? Sorry, my wife was telling me goodbye. Let me go back. We're only 50 seconds in. Don't get mad at me. Hold on, I want to start over. Sorry.
In December 1939, on the snow-covered plains of Finland's Karelian Isthmus, troops of the Red Army cautiously advanced on a massively outnumbered foe. Seconds later, in what appeared to be a deserted landscape, a single shot rang out and yet another invader fell dead. They didn't know it, but
that's insane. Iron sights.
Their every move was the most successful sniper in the history of warfare. In this video, using modern technology, the latest historical research and rare witness testimony, we'll explore the life and map out the war path of the legendary Simo Häyhä, the White Death.
Simo Häyhä.
Born on the 17th of December 1905 on a farm near the town of Routjärvi in the Russian Grand Duchy of Finland, Simo was the seventh child in the Häyhä family. Quiet and reserved, he completed 4 years of school and pursued no further education, opting for a simple life of farm work, forestry.
I was going to say, opting to just snipe as his career.
Fishing and hunting in the countryside. By the time he came of age, his home country of Finland had gained its independence from the collapsing Russian Empire and fought a brutal civil war of its own. But here, in contrast to Russia, the Whites had won. Simo joined the Finnish White Guard, now renamed the Civil Guard, at the age of 17. It was a trained citizen militia composed of old Civil War veterans, volunteers, and reservists.
Okay, clock that. He joined at 17. I want to clock the age that he left.
Called him Simunya.
Simunya.
A play on his name, meaning Sim Egg in Finnish. In 1925, Simo...
We're both called Sim. Guys, I just channeled my inner Sim on those snipes. Look at that.
Was conscripted into the Finnish army proper, serving until 1927.
I'm in the Finnish army.
After which he remained an active reservist in the Civil Guard. It was around this time when the Finnish army adopted as its standard issue rifle the M27, a domestically produced and improved version of the standard Russian Mosin Nagant. But the Civil Guard, trained by German Jaegers, opted for an even better rifle, the M2830. It was nicknamed the Pushtikorva after the Finnish Spitz, a hunting dog whose ears resembled the excellent front sights of the rifle. Those thick ears were very useful for calculating the wind at long distances, while the new rear sights sported two separate adjustment settings, the quick one for hundreds of meters distance and the precise one for the exact target range estimation, something that Simo Häyhä would prove himself unsurpassed at. But the Finnish government could not afford to mass-produce such an expensive rifle, so it offered the willing citizens the option to pay a portion of the cost and be allowed to take the rifle home and use it for hunting, recreation, and home defense.
That's so cool.
Simo, along with some 30,000 other civil guardsmen, took this deal and bought his own Mosin M2830, serial number 60974. The Civil Guard hosted regular shooting competitions, which Simo, an avid hunter and recreational shooter, duly attended. The competition's prizes, though, were very modest, in which Simo, the regular top-scoring champion and certified master marksman, would often win just a pair of teaspoons. But he didn't mind.
The value of the Civil Guard shooting competitions was enormous. All of us guardsmen were well trained, very familiar with our weapons, and with each other. Without them, Finland would perhaps not have survived the Winter War.
He was in love with his rifle, cleaning it obsessively every day. In Simo and many others, Finland had forged a...
I'm sorry, I just can't not laugh. I just think of like the new age dad that's coming home with his beer and he's setting it down and he's just cleaning his rifle, you know? I don't know. I can't get that picture out of my head.
Peacetime citizenry of excellent
Every day.
marksmen, whom she was
Not
about
once a
to call
month.
upon in her
Every
time
day.
of greatest need. In the autumn of 1939, the Third Reich and the USSR invaded and crushed Poland, signing a treaty which divided Eastern Europe into each power's respective spheres of influence. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, as it would become known, gave the Soviet Union a free hand to occupy and annex the Baltic states, and then, in November, to set its sights on Finland. After the Civil War, the Finnish territory included the strategically vital Karelian Isthmus, which stretched up to a mere 40 kilometers from Leningrad, Russia's second largest city, home of the Baltic Soviet fleet, and the cradle of the 1917 Communist Revolution. Such close proximity of Leningrad to a potentially hostile state was ruled unacceptable by Stalin. And so Soviet Foreign Minister Vyacheslav Molotov proposed to settle the matter through a territorial exchange. But the Finns, distrustful of Stalin and afraid of further Soviet demands, gave Molotov a resolute niet. Simo recalled the Soviet response.
It was the last day of November 1939. I was on the training grounds. We've been doing an anti-tank course. It was the last night we slept well. In the morning, we learned that the Soviet artillery had hit the villages on our side of the border, and the infantry had crossed the demarcation line.
Is this the same guy using a different way that he speaks?
Well, this is it then, we all thought. The war had begun.
Simo immediately rushed to get back to his unit, which was assembling some 60 kilometers north of Lake Latuka. With his own personal rifle over his shoulder, he was assigned as a corporal to the 6th Company of the 34th Infantry Regiment. When he arrived, he and his comrades were greeted by the imposing figure of the company's commander, Lieutenant Arni Jutalainen, a veteran of the French Foreign Legion known to his men as Madakon Kaul, the terror of Morocco.
On our very first meeting, in his typical style, Lieutenant Jutalainen said, "We are about to fight the Russians. Remember, they are our neighbors, so don't be hitting them too hard. Hit them just hard enough to blow off their heads."
The 34th Regiment, as part of the Finnish 12th Division, was ordered to the Kola River area, located here in the Finnish Karjala region. A single road and railway line passed through this heavily wooded area, connecting...
Make it an easy death. I was just about to say, make it an easy death. Blow their heads smooth off.
connecting the Soviet border with the town of Limoya, where the division had set up its headquarters. A single traversable route in the vast frozen wasteland of forests, marshes and lakes through which 120,000 men, 400 tanks and 600 artillery pieces of the Soviet 8th Army were preparing to advance. Against them stood the 40,000-strong Finnish 4th Corps, whose 12th Division stretched 60 kilometers along the course.
1/3, right? 120,000 or 40,000.
Kola River, and would receive the brunt of the attack. The Soviet objective? Sweep around Lake Latuka and outflank the heavily fortified Mannerheim Line, the main line of defense protecting the Karelian Isthmus and Finland from invasion. The danger was apparent to every Finn, with arguably the outcome of the war and the fate of the entire country at stake. Kola simply had to hold. The vanguard of the Soviet juggernaut was the
I can't get over that.
Rifle Division.
I can't get over that. 1/3, 120,000 Russians versus 40,000 Finnish, right? That's insane.
Which, after a short fight, captured the border town of Suvilahti and then pursued the retreating Finns westwards. They fought several sharp delaying actions, but the situation was becoming desperate. The massive Soviet infantry in their fairly ubiquitous brown coats appeared to be endless, and the red wave, it seemed, was about to overrun them. Will Kola hold became the collective cry of the entire nation. On the 4th of December, Simo's regiment made a stand in the defensive positions on the Kola River here. The temperature was minus 25 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to a horrifying minus 40 during the night.
What is that? What is that? Hold on. Minus 25 Celsius. C to F. Negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then, why won't it let me? What? There we go. And negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
The Soviet infantrymen, many of whom hailed from the southern warm
Negative 40. It's not like you got Canadian Goose, warming you up. Look at that. Negative 40 degrees.
Like Ukraine were completely unaccustomed to such severe elements, whilst the Finns felt right at home. Here's Simo.
The Russians were sitting around 4 large campfires, completely oblivious to our presence. There were no sentries, no real security behind their lines. Everyone's gathered around the fires trying to get warm. We managed to crawl up very close, and then we unleashed fire on them with everything we had and scattered them into the freezing wilderness.
The Finns employed the tactic of active defense, stubbornly holding on to the well-dug-in positions on the main line while constantly harassing the enemy with ambushes, daring raids deep behind the lines, and of course, sniping. The Soviets were stunned by the tenacity of the resistance. Their advantage in tanks, artillery, and air power was all but completely neglected by the terrain and the weather. The Red Army, fresh out of Stalin's purges, seemed to lack any tactical flexibility and opted to simply throw more and more men at the exhausted but determined Finnish defenders, over and over again with the same results. In these actions, Lieutenant Jutalainen immediately took notice of Simo's superb marksmanship. An enemy sniper located about 450 meters away had shot and killed 4 of their comrades. Simo searched for him for hours, when at sunset, the sunlight carried by the snow reflected off his scope and betrayed his position. Simo took aim, only for the Russian sniper to stand up and try to walk away, no doubt satisfied with his day's work and feeling safe in the dim evening and at such long range. A mistake. He and many others learned the hard way. As a corporal, he acted as a squad leader when needed.
Can you imagine how scary that would be right there? Hey, get up and fix the wire. Like, literally, you're sitting there, you're freezing your ass off, and you're just like, oh man, they could come in any second, right? Hey, get up and fix the wire. And you got to go up there with a shovel, and you've got to make sure that the wire's good. Not only are you making noise, right, on that wire that's going the whole distance down, so you're letting people know where your position is, you're highly exposed. That is terrifying right there.
Has learned the hard way. As a corporal, he acted as a squad leader when needed, armed with the Finnish KP-31 submachine gun, but first and foremost, he was a sniper.
I had to go on many recon patrols with my men and lead many attacks, but sniping was the everyday duty. We would observe the enemy activity during the day and would determine the most target-rich environment. Then I would go out at night and prepare a good firing position from which it was easy to shoot, but not so easy for the enemy to spot. I was happy with the results.
Using the latest technology, rare historical documents, and Simo's own testimony, we were able to pinpoint the exact location of several of his sniping positions. As we can see here, one was right in front of the Soviet lines, while others, such as this one, were located on the flanks of the expected attack, perfect for shooting officers, NCOs, and machine gun crews from unexpected directions. The short winter days lasted only about 3 to 5 hours, and maps of the area were very scarce, so Simo had to create his own one in his head, taking care to memorize every detail of the terrain. At about 160 centimeters tall and an experienced trekker, he moved through the snowy woodlands with relative ease, often using
I think I read in another post he's 5 feet.
Speed. As we can see in these post-war photos of Simo's shooting positions, he always picked a spot.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Thanks for the sub.
Next to a boulder or a tree, which he would use as cover and concealment. Then he would heap snow to the back of his position, creating an all-round white background against which his layered snowsuit and gauze-wrapped rifle would blend perfectly in and give no...
That's such a cool way that they did this. By the way, I'm sorry I'm pausing, but that's such a cool way, look, to showcase this guy is creative on how he made this video. To showcase just how blended in he was in. He just took all of the white and saturated it on the I don't know if saturated is, but just like took all of the brightness and moved it up on this just to showcase how hard it would be to see this guy.
He poured water from his canteen in front of the position, soaking the powdery snow so it wouldn't burst into the air and reveal his position once the rifle was fired. And to prevent his own warm breath from betraying him, he would keep snow in his mouth at all times, consuming it only once melted, sometimes with lumps of sugar or rye crisps to sustain himself. With his sights pre-zeroed at the optimal 150 meters, Simo waited for the sun to rise and then reveal fresh targets. He would spot a sentry, being relieved at his post and walking away. Then a machine gun firing on his comrades in the main line. Sometimes a trench periscope looking for him. And as per usual, the Soviets replied with heavy guns in a desperate attempt to silence the hidden menace. Almost every day, mortar...
But that's what's crazy, right? Is if he's so well concealed... If he's so well concealed and he takes out one of their commanders, right? He takes out one of their leaders, etc. And the Soviets just start firing off. He's just gonna shift. And they're gonna be in such a panic, no one's gonna see him shift.
Artillery fire would erupt like an earthquake, with shells of all calibers blowing up the tall trees, sending white-hot shrapnel and wood splinters across the landscape, and kicking up large clouds of powdery snow into the air. But the Taker Ampulla, or the Magic Shooter as he became known, remained motionless and unscathed in his position.
Oh, I guess he didn't.
Killing on average 5 to 10 Russians a day.
Wow.
All the while, the Battle of Kola was raging, with heavy losses on the Finnish side and far more for the Soviets, who were losing tens of thousands of men every week. Estimates suggest that during the First World War, it took roughly 7,000 bullets to kill a single enemy.
What?
By the time of the 21st century, that number had reached up to 100,000.
That's why there's so much lead in the soil. Oh my gosh.
While in stark contrast
Not actually.
to both
Well,
figures,
maybe.
the bullets required to kill an enemy for a trained, skillful sniper during the Second World War came down on average to about 1.3. And Simo did this using iron sights.
The optical sights on the rifle were not ideal.
He used to say. They tended to fog up in the cold, glimmer from the sunlight reflected off the snow, and worst of all, he'd have had to raise his head way up high to aim through them. Nothing short of a death sentence during the Winter War. On the 21st of December 1939, Simo Haioha would score a personal record of 25 kills in a single day, bringing his personal tally up to 138 confirmed kills since the start of the fighting. This incredible number turned Simo into a celebrity. He was already called the Magic Shooter by his comrades, but the enemy would soon brand him by a different, far more jarring nickname, Belaya Schmert, the White Death. Initially coined as a cynical reference to the snowy environment in which tens of thousands of Soviet soldiers had already met their demise, be it from the freezing cold, hunger, or indeed Finnish snipers, it would ultimately become synonymous with one man who embodied all that awaited the invaders in Finland. Simo's lethal sniping streak continued, reaching 199 by the end of January and 219 confirmed kills by the middle of February, with hundreds more unconfirmed. But by then, the Red Army had reorganized and learned from its mistakes. A new offensive was unleashed along the whole front line. Heroic, but seriously depleted, the Finnish army began to give way. The Mannerheim line was beginning to crack, and so did the Kola. Here, the Soviet 128th Rifle Division broke through in the south and pushed all the way to the area of Lake Ulismainen. It was now that Simo's regiment was redeployed from the northern Kola sector and thrust into the counterattack. Here's Simo again.
On March 6th, I found myself in the dark forest of Ulisma. We were once more sent into one of the many counterattacks. There was a swamp, about 300 meters wide, which we crossed and charged into the enemy positions. We forced them to retreat, but some brave soldiers of theirs remained behind to hold us back for the rest of them to escape. Suddenly, there was a shot from some 50 to 100 meters away. I just felt a suppressed bang in my mouth and lost consciousness.
An explosive bullet had shattered Simo's left jawbone and knocked out several of his teeth, leaving a horrifying wound. Unconscious and presumed dead, he was dragged back and dumped on top of a pile of freezing corpses.
Oh my
As the
gosh.
battle was coming to a close, Simo's absence became apparent to his comrades, who began frantically searching for him. It was his own cousin, Toivo Haioha, serving in the same unit, who finally recognized him amongst the lifeless bodies of the fallen.
The next thing I remember, one of our guys was turning me around, yelling for the medics and attempting to give me first aid. They placed me on a man-towed sledge to be dragged back to the rear, but I was choking, fully aware but unable to speak.
Oh.
I turned myself onto my stomach so that the blood would stop filling my lungs and I was finally able to breathe.
Oh.
I managed to stay conscious for some 300 meters before I completely blacked out.
Could you imagine feeling all of that and not being able to at least express what, like... I mean, you can't even... You're in so much pain, nothing comes out.
I woke up 7 days later, on March 13th, the day of the armistice.
The war was over. After 98 days of fighting and 7 days in a coma, Simo awoke to the peace of spring.
Wow.
It would take years of medical care and 26 complex surgeries to fix his jaw, but despite serious disfigurement, he would eventually make a full recovery. Haioha became a living legend, highly decorated and celebrated by his countrymen as a hero and symbol of resistance. His famous M2830 rifle would never be recovered and remains lost somewhere on the battlefield of Ulisma near the Kola River. Returning to his modest lifestyle of farming and...
Can you guys look up when the Armistice Day was? Can you guys look that up? What year? Because he was 17, right? He was 17 when he enlisted. So how long was he in war?
hunting with his loyal Finnish Spitz, Kille, Simo would live a long and quiet life, reaching the ripe old age of 96 before his death in 2002. His final kill count, 542 enemy soldiers, of which he would say,
This is my sin list, and on it are about 500 people. I did what I was ordered to, as well as I could. Had everyone else not done the same, there would be no Finland.
Today, that humble man from rural Finland, the White Death, is remembered as the most lethal sniper in all of history. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to help us make more videos like this, check out our Patreon in the link below. And if, like us, you find the Second World War endlessly fascinating, why not check out World War II, Both Sides of the Wire, our dedicated podcast in which our hosts, Jesse Alexander and Professor Matthias Strone, recently explored the story of the Winter War from both the Allied and Axis perspectives. Check it out right here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. That's all this time. We'll see you again soon.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Guys, that was a very, very good video.
On the snow-covered...
That was a very, very good video. That's insane. Okay, here's my thoughts. I have to go in a minute because, you know, I got a day job. So here's the thing. We're going to enter into Arena Breakout tomorrow morning. If I can get my ass up in the morning, we're going to enter in. We're going to do a couple runs. But God of Blast put another great video about the Finnish army in, and it's an hour long. Oh my God. Okay, but it's got 4 million views, so we may have to watch that. All right. So maybe tomorrow we can watch that. So what I like in a morning stream, this is kind of fun. What I like in the morning stream is we get in, we do some gameplay, right? And then we pull up a video and we watch it together on stream and just hang out. I think that that's a good morning stream right now. Just a good cadence to get us some gameplay, get us some. An hour long, though, that's a lot. I don't know if I'm going to watch an hour long. Let's try to keep it like 20 minutes or under, huh? That way we can get some gameplay in for the majority of the stream and we're not playing a game for 40 minutes and then watching an hour long video, right? I don't want to watch an hour long video. So let's try to keep it under like 20, 25 minutes. 25 is max. 25 minutes and 1 second? No, 25 is max. So if you guys have videos you want me to watch on anything, World War, whatever it may be, put it in the media channel on Discord and we can watch it together. Because honestly, that was really cool to learn. And it was fun to watch too after blowing those guys' heads move off in Arena Breakout. We come watch the deadliest sniper in the world. I mean, that's insane. What do they say? He died in 2002, so he outlived the Soviet Union as revenge for what it did to his country and his jaw, which is crazy. Nothing else really like that crazy about on there at least. Guys, that was a really good video to watch. I had a lot of fun today on stream. I really did. It was just relaxing, hanging out, and being here together. Tomorrow, I will try to be back on stream around the same time, 7 in the morning, 7 Central. So let's be here. Let's go. Let's continue to run some Arena Breakout, and we'll just keep vibing. I have to go. I've got a busy day ahead. It's a crazy week. It's a crazy week on my side of the house, but my family's moving out this week, and I'm helping them do that. And then I can hopefully start getting back to a normal cadence. Mrs. Sim is finishing her PhD in 13 days. She will be Dr. Sim. So we just got some crazy stuff moving on my house. So have a great rest of your day. Make someone else's day better. And I look forward to being here on stream tomorrow. Well, and if tonight I get a bunch of stuff moved, maybe I'll get back on. I don't know. No promises, but definitely tomorrow. 80% tomorrow. Just probably. I don't know. I don't like to promise because then something happens and then something happens and then I can never get on. So we'll be here tomorrow. 80%. All right. Peace out, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make someone else's day better. Peace.